Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here, and you're seeing the face, so that means it's time for a movie review. Now then, the last movie I saw was Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Basically what happened, the setup for the film is that back in the 1960s, the United States and the Soviet Union both discovered a ship, an alien spacecraft, crash-landed on the moon. And so both nations tried to get there, and that's apparently what the Apollo 11 mission was all about, was trying to get to the moon and explore this spacecraft, see if there's anything they could salvage to use before the Soviets do. And they did a good job with that part of the movie by using actual footage of Presidents Kennedy and Nixon and footage of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. That was very well done with actual footage and everything, and an explanation that the missing 11 minutes for the Apollo 11 broadcast were actually when the U.S. decided to turn off the broadcast just so that the astronauts would have a better time searching through the spacecraft and stuff. The spacecraft, how does this relate to Transformers? Because the spacecraft is called the Ark, and it's from Cybertron, the home planet of the Decepticons and Autobots. And now back into the present, Optimus Prime discovers that the U.S. discovers about the U.S. going to investigate the Ark, and then he and the Autobots go and explore the Ark, and they find five devices known as pillars that are basically act as sort of a teleporter that can transport objects and other stuff across the galaxy. And not only do they discover the pillars, but they also discover their former leader, Sentinel Prime, who's voiced by Leonard Nimoy. And so they take the five pillars and Sentinel back to Earth, and Optimus revives Sentinel with the Matrix of Leadership from the last movie. And while this is going on, Sam Witwicky, played by Shia LaBeouf, and that secret agent he usually teams up with in these movies, Seymour Simmons, I think it is. Anyways, they discover that the Decepticons actually, through other Russian astronauts who caught footage of the ship using probes and stuff. Again, Russians didn't actually make it to the moon. I can't be entirely accurate about this, but they used probes and took pictures of Decepticons arriving to the Ark before the Autobots got there, and they've been stockpiling hundreds of the pyramids. But the Autobots still have the Master Control Pillar, which is used to activate all the others, as well as Sentinel Prime, who only knows how to use the pillars. But when the Autobots know about this, they automatically go back to their base and start to protect Sentinel. But then Sentinel reveals that he made a deal with the Autobots to forge an alliance with the Decepticons to use the pillars to transport Cybertron near Earth so that they can enslave the human race and use them to help rebuild Cybertron to its former glory before the final war between the Autobots and the Decepticons. And of course, this leads to an ultimate final battle between all the remaining Decepticons and Sentinel versus all the Autobots. Basically, there's a huge battle, and it ends with Optimus taking out both Megatron and Sentinel. Well, actually, the final battle kind of ends with Megatron and Sentinel sort of arguing over who's going to be in charge, and then Optimus just pretty much takes out both losers. Okay, in the movie, though, Transformers: Dark of the Moon, though, had an entire conclusive feeling about it. It felt like, okay, this is where it's going to end. After this, it's done. Just, that's how it felt when I was watching the movie, that after this, it's done. Not the franchise, just this film series, though. I mean, the fight scenes were awesome, though. All the fights between the Decepticons and the Autobots, those were amazing as usual. Hey, it's Michael Bay, the guy knows explosions. But but the story, though, I felt was a bit thin. One thing, though, that bugged me was that we're never really given an explanation story-wise why Sam broke up with Michaela, who was played by Megan Fox in the past few movies. I mean, I know Michael Bay decided to stop Megan Fox from appearing in the movies, and apparently, or Megan Fox left or some shit like that, but story-wise, though, we're never really given an explanation, just that, oh, hey, Sam, she broke up with you or something. That's really it. And, I mean, plus it does seem a bit weird that Sam would just outright tell, actually, no, I take that last part back, that he would tell his new girlfriend everything, because, well, he actually met her in the White House when he was getting a medal for saving the world from the last few times. Okay, well, Transformers Dark of the Moon, it has awesome fight sequences, special effects are amazing, but it does feel like the story is a bit thin at times. I mean, they do put a nice little twist on things by showing that back in the 60s that humans did know about the Transformers years ago before they actually revealed themselves, but other than that, though, there's not much there for the story. I mean, the only parts I found interesting were probably the giant robots. I mean, I just couldn't really... The story wasn't good enough for me to actually get into the movie, if you know what I mean. Okay, well, here's something to clarify my point. If I had a choice right now to see either Dark of the Moon or Green Lantern, I would probably see Green Lantern again. There. That's what I think. My final rating, I gave Transformers Dark of the Moon about 3 out of 5 stars, so... Yeah. So what do you think? Agree or disagree? Leave your comments below. Well, that's it for me. Tomorrow is New Comic Book Day, so expect my weekly comic book review to come out soon. Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later.